Yo, what's good guys? Welcome back to another video where today we'll be looking at the Game Week 7 Premier League matches. So we will talk about them a bit, then end off with my prediction after every single game. Let's start off with Aston Villa versus Brighton. Now this is gonna be a solid game. Both sides are great. So let's start with Aston Villa. Very good side, especially under Unai Emery. Diaby has been doing good, and Watkins is a great striker as well. On to Brighton, they are a team that I personally enjoy watching. The football they play is just it's so incredible. It's really nice to watch. And Mitoma is also such a good player, and we gotta give credit to De Zerbi for what he's done with this whole club and where he's taken the team. And my prediction is gonna be a 2-1 win for Brighton. Now we move on to Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. Not bad game. Let's start with Manchester United. They haven't been in too good form recently. They did beat Burnley 1-0, and Rashford has kind of been like selling, to be fair. Like he had a open pass on the right side, and the player on the right side could have scored easily, but Rashford had his head down and he didn't really see the player on the right side. So on to Crystal Palace, a not bad team as well. They drew with Fulham in the last game, and he's such a special player. He glides with the ball, scores goals as well. Edward has been slowly stepping up this season. He's been scoring a few goals here and there, and let's see if he can continue scoring goals. My prediction is going to be a 2-1 win for Manchester United. Now we move on to Newcastle versus Burnley. Now, I know Newcastle are going to dominate this game. Let's start with Newcastle. They have picked up their form, and in the last game they destroyed Sheffield 8-0. That is a thumping. Like, what the heck? They will get back into form in my opinion. And on to Burnley. They finished top of the championship, but are struggling as of right now in the Premier League, and they sit at the very bottom of the Premier League, which is not looking too good. So company needs to change something up in these tactics, or like try out different players. I don't know, but it needs to switch something. My prediction is gonna be a 3-0 win for Newcastle. And we move on to Wolves versus Manchester City. Now Man City should win this game easily. So let's start with Wolves. They are kinda struggling as well, if I'm being honest. Only have one win in the league at the moment, so it's kinda looking rough for them. And they actually lost Nunez to their opponents, Manchester City, we're gonna jump into right now. As you know, the City team is like they have such class all around the pitch. The best team in the world at the moment. Holland is the best striker in the world. The way they play football, it's just amazing. Like, incredible. My prediction for this game is gonna be like a 4-0 win for Manchester City. Now we move on to Bournemouth versus Arsenal. Arsenal should be winning this game. So let's start off with Bournemouth. They seem to be struggling quite a bit. They're one place off the relegation zone actually, and not looking too good for them. New manager, he needs to switch. Like, the new manager needs to switch something, to be fair, because it seems like nothing is working And on to Arsenal, the team I support. They play quite nice football. They did draw 2-2 to Tottenham. The game was very intense, but my prediction for this game is going to be a 4-1 win for Arsenal. Now we move on to West Ham versus Sheffield. This should be a not bad game. Let's start with West Ham. They're looking fairly good. Bowen is on absolute fire. Definitely a improvement from last season for this West Ham team. They did beat Brighton 3-1 earlier in the season, so that was a surprising win. I expected Brighton to win, but West Ham went ahead and they got the W. And on to Sheffield. They have had a bad season, or so far are having a bad season, been struggling as well, got thrashed 8-0 by Newcastle, as we mentioned before, and I did not expect that at all. They're actually in the relegation zone, and personally, I think they will go back into the championship, but my prediction is going to be a 3-0 win for West Ham. Now we have Everton versus Luton. Should be a decent game, so let's start with Everton. They haven't been too bad, picked up their form a bit. They actually beat Brentford 3-0 in their last game. Maybe they could keep up this or maybe they could get those results. We'll just have to find out in these next few games. And on to Luton Town, another team that is struggling. They have lost their past 4 games. They sit in the relegation zone, and this new side needs to change something up 100%, because it could look like they could go down as well. So my prediction between these two sides is going to be a 1-1 draw between the two. Now we have Tottenham versus Liverpool. This is the biggest game of the week. Let's go with Spurs first. They have been great this season, I gotta admit, as a Arsenal fan. They've been pretty good. They remain unbeaten still in the Premier League. They drew 2-2 against Arsenal in the derby, and Madison has been fantastic for the club. A very, very good signing. On to Liverpool. They've been in great form as well, a great team. The new midfield is doing great, and Nunez is slowly finding his form. And Liverpool are actually in the title race. It's either between them and Man City at this current moment. My prediction is going to be a 2-1 win for Liverpool. Now we move on to Nottingham Forest versus Brentford. This should be a not bad game, so let's start with Forest. They've been in not the best form, to be fair. They did beat Chelsea 1-0, which was a surprise. Elanga, though, seems like a absolute baller at the Forest, and Awani is a underrated striker for sure. On to Brentford. They are a underrated team as well. They have kind of struggled in the past few games. They kind of are missing Tony. They got beat 3-1 by Everton, as I mentioned before, and that was a surprising one for sure. I did not expect that. My prediction is going to be a 2-1 win for Brentford, and we move on to Fulham versus Chelsea. Now, I have a feeling it's going to be a tight one between these two, so let's start with Fulham. I would say they are doing not bad. They did get a 2-2 draw against Arsenal, and since then, they've been like on and off. Jimenez is still struggling quite a bit, and onto Chelsea. This club is mudded at the moment. They haven't scored, I believe, in their last 4 games. Mudryk is looking more and more dangerous, but Jackson just Mujic kept on feeding chances to Jackson, but Jackson couldn't put it away in the last game they played. And they spent so much money in the past few windows, but they can't succeed still. It's unreal. Proves money does not buy titles. You have to actually find the right players and find the right tactics as well. For like Poch, he needs to find those right tactics. And my prediction is going to be a 1-1 draw between these two. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Don't forget to drop yourself a like and comment down below what your predictions are for these games. And don't forget to subscribe as well if you don't want to miss any more videos. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.